Episode 28, Dieting During the Holidays, aka Don't Do It. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone! In this episode, you'll learn why and how to combat the food guilt around the holidays, why holiday eating is our friend, and how to set reasonable expectations so that you don't feel like a failure going into the new year. You ready? Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Lindsay Clyde, and this is the Learn, Live, Love Yourself podcast, where we learn who we are, live true to who we want to be, and love ourselves better every day. If your passion is progress, then you're in the right place. Each week, we tackle pop challenges that push our limits and create lasting change. Are you ready? It's time to grow. Come learn, live, love yourself with me. This episode is brought to you by my 20 tips for looking so good without makeup. You're so busy. There are so many things happening around this time of year. You want to look put together, but honestly, while you're trying to do this incredibly intense pie in the oven, you're not going to have time to put makeup on before all the family comes. I'm given this list of tips to looking good without makeup because I don't want to have to put makeup on all the time, but I do want to feel like I look good all the time. Okay, so I found some tips online. I compiled it into a list, and you can get it at learnliveloveyourself.com/no makeup to learn how to make your skin glow so that you don't have to worry about it while you're trying to get that turkey in the oven. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm not here to tell you to never diet ever. That's an episode for another time. But come on. You have spent hours daydreaming about and preparing this food for the holidays, and then you feel like you shouldn't eat it or you shouldn't eat so much of it. What do these feelings do for you? Can you actually guilt yourself into eating less? And then if you do, how do you feel? Are you fulfilled? Are you content? Since when has guilting ourselves into anything ever made a lasting impact or change? Never. You have made your favorite foods. Your family is coming together this year. You are going to sit down and enjoy yourself and eat whatever you want. And I'm going to show you how. Think about all the experiences you've had around the holidays growing up. I really hope that your life has been full of magical Thanksgivings and Christmases. I hope you kept the Macy's Day Parade on the television as long as possible before your uncles came in and turned the channel to a football game. I hope you smelled the turkey cooking and opened the fridge just to stare at those pies. I hope you had oranges and pancakes and that special Christmas Eve food your mom would always make. I hope you made sugar cookies and chocolate-covered pretzels and green bean casserole. And I hope that you had a ham and rolls and leftovers for days. I hope that your holidays were magical and that the foods you ate during the holidays and do eat during these holidays bring back wholesome and soul-filling memories. I hope you never restrict your food intake during the holidays. Because remember those classic days when you were young? The only feelings you had toward food were good ones. Thoughts about food and your body were never even in the same brain wave when you were a kid. You felt the magic and the wonder and the excitement, and it was all rounded off by sitting together, eating food, and creating and solidifying meaningful relationships. After all, as the old saying goes, food is the ingredient that binds us together. So why do we have strained relationships with food? And how does that change our behavior and our outlook about ourselves? How does it affect our happiness during the holidays? And if there is one time a year that you should be happy, I'm telling you, it's during the holidays. Let's learn. We have to ask ourselves these questions to get to the bottom of our holiday food problems. Think back to a time when you weren't concerned about your weight. What was your interaction with food like? When did that change? What else was going on in your life at that time? Do you still carry that weight today? And I don't mean weight like those 7 pounds you want to get rid of or the 50 pounds you want to get rid of. Do you carry the weight of a memory of loss or embarrassment or anxiety? Do you still carry the weight of that? What have you done in your life to try and let go of those things? Does telling yourself you can't eat something or saying that you're bad for eating something during the holidays help you feel better or make you feel worse? Is it a temporary patch over a deeper underlying problem? What would happen if you looked at food and thought, wow, I love food. Yeah, sometimes my body doesn't respond to it the way that I want it to, but man, I love food. I love everything about it. I love cooking it. I love being with people who are cooking it. I love looking at it. I love smelling it. And I love eating it. And that is completely and entirely separate from the way that I view myself. Okay. Let's ask these questions now. What are your favorite holiday foods? Since moving away from family, I make pretzel jello. You crush up pretzels, you add butter and sugar, and you press it into the bottom of a 9x13 baking dish. Then, once that is baked and is cooled, you spread a layer of cream cheese and sugar and powdered sugar over the pretzels, and then you let that make sure it's stiffened, and then you pour a jello mixture with, you can either do like raspberry, you can do strawberry over the top, and then you chill that. And the end result is out of this world. The crunchy, the salty, the sweet, the smooth, the jello-y yum, and the fruit. It is my favorite thing. I make it every year. What's your favorite thing? What memories of holiday food do you love? What did your family eat on Christmas morning? What does holiday food do for you in a positive sense? I don't want to hear about what it does to you or what it happens to your body when you eat holiday food. I want to know what it does for you. What does holiday food do for you? For me, food creates opportunities to bond with others. Food fills me up. Food reminds me of past experiences that I love. And food tastes good and makes my tongue excited. It's time to live this. Are you ready? It's okay if you're not ready. You know food is good for your soul. It is also good for your body. Yes, sometimes your body can't handle all the food you eat right away, but just like my nutritionist friend Lisa in episode 9 said, your body knows what to do with the food that you eat. It knows how to break it down and use it for your good. Yes, sometimes you feel overfull, and that is okay. It's okay to feel stuffed. It's okay to feel overly full. You will be hungry again, which means that you haven't done anything wrong by eating more than feels comfortable in your stomach. It's fine. You're going to be okay. Please don't apologize for how much butter is in the candied yams. We don't eat candied yams because they're nutritionally balanced. We eat it because it's delicious. Don't apologize for the food that you bring to the table to do your part to bring people together for the holidays. Do not apologize. To help you live this better, I've got a little mindfulness exercise for you. Close your eyes. Again, if you're like running, don't close your eyes. If you're in a position that you can close your eyes, please close your eyes. We're going to imagine something. Going into the holidays this year, I want you to imagine this. Imagine a calendar in your mind. Do you see it? Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and all the weeks in between are circled in bright yellow on this calendar in your mind. You are looking so forward to those weeks. You are so excited to spend time with family and friends and eat your favorite foods together. Each day on the calendar has a little picture on it. What is that picture of, you think? You squint and you get closer to the calendar squares and you see it's you. Each day has a picture of you. But as you look closer, it's you, but you have this huge belly sticking out. Oh no, you think. It must be because of all the food I was planning to eat during those weeks. But something's off. You don't quite understand because when you look up from your belly, you look to your head and you notice that you have an enormous grin on your face. You look so happy. You have never seen such a beautiful smile on your own face in all of your life. You never look that good in photos. But here you are with an enormous belly and the most gorgeous smile on your face. You are the most joyful you've ever been with this huge belly. And then you look even closer at the image and you realize it's transforming. It's you there, you're still there again, but this time you are surrounded by your family. Everyone has their arms around each other. Everyone is unbelievably radiant, just beaming, so grateful to be together again. And you look down, and each and every one of you have huge, big bellies. All of you, even your thin Aunt Margaret, who's never been overweight in her life, all of you with big, jolly bellies poking out from underneath your shirts. Standing together, incredibly, iridescently happy. And no one cares about the bellies, you realize. No one even cares. They are too busy focusing on enjoying the moment to let something as silly as stomachs ruin the grand time that they are having together. And you agree. You think, I think I can do this. I can let myself enjoy the food we worked so hard to make. I can focus on being present with those around me without obsessing over food. It's not about tummies, you think. It's about time. Time well spent together. So, we're approaching the holidays. Every time your mind has these thoughts about food during the holidays, like, I shouldn't eat that, it has too much fat, I ate too much yesterday, I'm so bad for eating this second slice of pie, okay, just one more roll, but then really I'm stopping. Or you say, I'm going to really start my diet this time, next week for sure. When these thoughts happen, I want you to stop. Hit a big pause button on those thoughts and replace those thoughts with this instead. I'm going to eat a lot. See? It's on my calendar. I'm planning to eat everything that sounds yummy whenever possible. If I choose not to, it isn't because I'm punishing myself or restricting myself. It's because I'm truly satisfied to skip this one. Thanks anyway. Remember you on the calendar. No one cares about how big or small you are. What they really care about is that you're there, participating and showing up with everyone else. So remember the picture of you and your family on that calendar every time you start to feel guilty or ashamed of what you ate. Remember, your optimistic perspective about holiday food makes more of a difference in the long term than any diet you could ever be on. It's time to love yourself. Say this with me. I am a human. That means I eat. I'm so glad that food tastes good. That is a huge blessing in my life. I don't always eat a nutritionally rounded diet. But that's okay. I can eat what I want without shame or punishment. My body is my friend. And we're going to go enjoy some food together. Okay? How does that feel? You got this? You are a human. You eat food. It's good to have favorite foods. Eat the foods you want to eat. Imagine yourself on the calendar. You are planning to eat these holidays. It's okay. You're going to have some extra pounds. That's totally normal. And we're not going to punish ourselves or go onto some crazy diet in the new year because of it. We are going to have a healthy attitude toward food. This is the basic checklist that every interaction with food needs to meet for you, okay? 1. Does this taste good? 2. Does it fill me up? 3. Do I want to eat it? If you said yes to all 3, you give yourself permission to eat. And even if you don't say yes, you're still allowed to taste. You're still allowed to eat it. There's no rule saying you can't. Be free, my lovelies. Be free to eat what you want during these holidays. I give you permission. You don't need it, but there it is. Here's the pop challenge. Download the holiday food checklist to remind yourself during the holidays and your guests that eating is encouraged. It's healthy for your soul. If this episode stuck out to you and you want to send it on to a friend, I would love that. Sharing is caring, and thank you for all you do for the Learn, Live, Love Yourself podcast. I am Lindsay Clyde. This is that podcast I just mentioned. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope that you enjoy yourself. Until next time, thanks. Love ya. Bye.